What is good? It is Salim Mohammed Tarifa, the Fizi on the Fizi Speaks, back again with another episode. And on this episode, we have two amazing people in the booth with me. It's Joules, my Joules, the OAP extraordinaire. Joules.
Pause first. Are we on the booth or in the booth?
Did I say on the booth?
Mm-hmm.
You have messed up.
I'm leaving that in the episode. I don't care. So, okay, we are in the booth, right? We're in the booth, we're recording, and it's a great time. We've actually been having a lot of bloopers, so we're giving up at this point and just going with it. Joules, welcome back on the podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Another person in the booth with us. I said in. I think I said in. All right, let's go with it. It's the fire bending Lord Uko. It's Idongesit ID. Welcome to the podcast.
Water.
What's
Yeah.
water? You really have to
Fire.
do this. I just gave you a nice one. Why do you have to ruin this thing? I don't know. He's a very terrible person. All right. So ID, welcome to the podcast. First time ever. It's awesome to have you on the podcast finally.
Thank you. I guess I should be going on with totem or something.
Yeah. Total of water. You drink it on your way. So yeah, that's about it. Let's get into the episode. This episode is Jules.
Relationships? Are you the prize?
Are you the prize?
Say it like that, because what? It's a very I don't know, well disputed topic. Everywhere, everybody's always feeling themselves prize. Are you the prize?
Don't worry, we'll get
I'm
into
the
this.
prize.
Like I'm on Nigeria.
But before we do, a quick word from our sponsor. This podcast was brought to you by Rainfall. It's about to rain. Yeah, we are playing games here. All right. So, Jules, are you the prize in your relationship? Why you?
You asked me if I was
let
the
me
prize.
finish the question. Jesus, in your relationship, we have a lot of people, especially ladies, talk about how they are the prize.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Okay, so a lot of ladies like to feel like, they're being chased. I think it's natural instinct. Men like to chase, women like to be chased. So naturally you feel like, okay, there has to be something about you that makes this man want to chase you.
Okay.
And so that in turn makes you the prize, And over time, I feel like through different generations and all that, a lot of, I think the actual meaning of it has been, forgotten, whatever it is. So different people have different ideologies as to what being the prize really means. Yeah, because ladies just feel like the man chases me, so I'm the prize.
Okay.
But is there really more to it about being the prize or just the chase?
Okay, so being the prize, ID, when a lady, she's all, I'm the prize, whatever, I'm the prize, did that. You probably heard it like 500 times.
Unknowingly, yes.
Okay, so yeah. So what is your take on this? I'm the prize, I'm the prize. What do you see in this?
It's a bit tricky because I'm thinking, first of all, in my head, is it only restricted to the women? Can men
Okay.
be the prize as well?
Okay.
But before we move to that, let's consider the fact that women see themselves as prizes. Yes, it's good to have a high socioeconomic status. It's good to set goals.
Or is it like value? Maybe
Exactly.
value. Okay.
Definitely, it's good. But does that now mean? Yeah, I think because of that, it now affects like the thinking of people that we can't go for men below our own or their own current socioeconomic status. They can't go for men that do not exhibit certain values, and because of that, anyone that is higher than them or whoever higher, equal or lower should be deserving of them. So that's when the whole concept of price now comes in. Yeah, you should be deserving of my attention. You should be deserving of my love. You should be deserving of who I am and what I bring to the table.
Please, let's not go to the table thing, because that one.
Okay, no. I think we should go to the table thing. But before we do this, yeah, I see a lot of young ladies, women, say, you know what, I am the prize, you know.
Mhm.
And I think you can't be the prize unless you are valued.
Mhm.
So you're not the prize just because you're a woman. You are the prize because you're a woman that people want.
Exactly. So
It means you've worked on yourself to
No,
get to that point.
No,
no,
not
now you are
really.
going far.
No, really.
Let me just paint the general
Okay.
scenario.
Okay.
So a girl is born. She grows up in her father's house. The man is already thinking bride price, especially if you grew up in Nigeria. You know,
Which part of Nigeria?
depending on the side. Igbo, maybe Yorubas. I don't know if they do that. Maybe something
I
little.
don't really think fathers are thinking of bride price.
But
I
at
just
least
think
there's
At a
something
certain
about.
age.
yeah, maybe later, maybe I don't know, but I don't think I just think about school fees and shit like
No,
that's
but
a lot of
I
school fees.
actually feel it's in this
food,
generation that
hair,
fathers started thinking
clothes,
about school fees.
this, that, you know. Okay, maybe I know what you mean. Like you know,
Mhm.
before education became mainstream
Exactly.
for women, obviously it's
So,
just bride price. Okay.
Even up till now, I could
Mhm.
still go to a friend's house, see her daughter, and be like, wow, this girl is so beautiful. And I look at the parents and I'm like, prepare to have them line up at your door.
Okay, makes sense.
Do you get my point?
Because you said she's
beautiful, so she's
Okay.
probably going to attract a lot of suitors.
Basically, rising like her value.
Do you understand what I
basically is
mean?
going up because
So,
she's so attractive.
Exactly. So
Okay.
being a woman, naturally, everyone just feels like men are going to want you, especially if you're beautiful. If you have good physical attributes, naturally
Makes
you
sense.
already are wanted.
Bad guy.
That's big value already.
Okay.
So that's where the whole pricey thing came from. You know, it's now over time, you know, with different kinds of men here and there. You don't all have the you have intellectuals coming up now. That's where people start to think about, okay, more than that, what do you bring to the table? It's not just your looks. Yeah, but before now, it's been all about, okay, she's a beautiful woman, you know.
And okay, go on.
And every guy has what appeals to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some guys see a fat lady, and for them, that is heaven on earth.
That's a lot of.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
also heavy.
I didn't.
So we have them here.
No.
Okay.
What? Who said what?
What?
No, you said
did I
that
say-
that's
I said
heaven on earth.
Someone said
I'm like
that's
that's
a lot of heaven.
that's the law of heaven
That's a
for
lot
them.
of heaven.
For them
them
to
on
be
earth.
on earth. It's a lot. It's a lot of heaven.
Where were you?
Yeah.
So they just try to build
I don't know
themselves.
where she was.
Never.
She was not.
No.
Alright. Yeah.
Okay, but then some other guy sees a very slim lady, coffee and everything. You're like, that is
Little
it for
heaven.
me.
What? That doesn't sound very nice.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Oh Jesus.
Oh my god, please. These guys are
But
killing
if
me.
if you also look at it in terms of like evolution,
Yeah.
men have always been the hunters,
Mhm.
and women
Mm-hmm.
not
Okay.
the hunters,
Okay.
but
Okay.
they've viewed themselves as being
The haunted.
They're
the
haunted,
hunted.
yeah.
So basically,
Does it look pretty?
So basically,
It's going
if
to
we are
change.
going back to like hunter-gatherer systems
Mhm.
and traditions and cultures, where the men prove their worth by being able to go out and hunt and come back with the, you know, the kill.
Bring
Exactly.
50 heads and you have my daughter. What? I'm just making it literal. Haven't you watched movies?
Wait. 50 heads of what?
Of my enemies.
Why are
Haven't
you
you
interested
seen
in their heads?
But why do you have?
It's the
50
father.
50 enemies.
Usually it's the girl's father.
You need to
that-
make friends, bro.
No, he wants to know that you are capable of protecting his
50.
daughter.
How many more enemies do you have?
You just castrate a lion and come back.
Well,
Like, castrate
some
a
places they
female
will
lion
ask you to
and
do
come
that.
Yeah. Once you can do that, you're proving your
Your
worth
worth.
Oh, God.
to you know to
Well,
protect.
Your expiry date will be loud. They'll just be publishing your expiry date in the village, like, don't cry, this guy will soon die. This.
Those are basic instincts. That's
Oh,
what
God.
we've always been as men.
Oh boy.
And women have always been like, yeah, like you said, sitting pretty, and then men
Come after
coming
them.
around
And
and
I'm
all.
like,
This
oh my
is ridiculous.
But
god.
now, in this day and age,
First of all, why do you have 50 enemies there? What are you doing
Your
wrong?
problem is.
You probably have like personality issues. Like,
Oh, God.
you need to calm down, work on your character development. What's your problem? 50
Oh my
heads?
God.
Wow,
That's a lot of
that's a
enemies, man.
lot of enemies. What are you like, the Legend of Zelda? What? Jesus.
No, but come on.
Super Mario doesn't have
He doesn't have up to
50.
50 enemies.
It's
Check.
just Bowser and some
He just,
turtles.
yeah, it's one or
For
two
those of you who
little
don't watch all
minions.
those vulgar stuff, Spartacus and the rest of them, you can't just, tie, the skulls, to the
It must be
clothes.
really small skulls. I don't think it's practical to walk around with a lot of 50 skulls.
No, you don't have to carry all of them. We carry a
Why
bag
would you
full of the
pick some that you will
skulls.
not carry? Do you know how they will feel?
What was
They
this
feel
one?
bad.
300, I think. Yeah,
Which
the
one?
lady. What's her name? Arthur something. She had
We
that
are
habit now. She
deviating
finished
so
killing
much.
and came
It's
back.
ridiculous.
Okay, I'm
Okay,
back.
okay, see.
Prize,
Let me just say
50
this.
heads.
Okay, no, okay, see. Being the prize
Yeah.
is from what ID said, yeah, it
Mhm.
makes a lot of sense. Men are hunters, right? We want to chase, we want to go for the kill, want to go and vanquish, conquer, we want to do all these things. And so it means that whatever it is that we are chasing is what it is that makes the value,
Mhm.
right? So especially in our society, at least traditionally, we are the ones chasing the girls.
Yeah.
For example, the idea is we believe men chase
Yeah.
all the time, but if we are being honest, sometimes women chase.
They do.
So, and sometimes women chase and you don't even know they're chasing. You think you are the one chasing, but no, she has been chasing you since.
Yeah, I know.
You thought
Naturally.
You know
you
the
thought
interesting
you were smooth, but she has been giving you like green light, bro. Make a move,
It's
do
always
something.
subtle.
You go to a place, she's there. You think, oh my god, it just happened to be I timed at the right time. She was there waiting for you the whole time.
Yeah.
She has been hunting you.
Dressed in that
She
blue shirt
wears
you like.
that shirt you like
Mhm.
because she knows you like the shirt.
Yeah.
And now you don't know why you're always sweating and to think you're a hunter. You're not a hunter. You are the prey.
You're a victim.
Here we go. Hunter,
You know? So sometimes guys, I feel like this is what it is. The prize, girls being the prize, really just comes from them knowing that they are being chased
Mhm.
and that they are being chased by many.
Yeah, exactly. She
Right.
has a lot of options.
Yeah, she has options, and she understands that because of these options, she can afford to be choosy.
Mhm.
She can say, you know what, I don't want a short guy, I want a tall guy.
Yep.
When they say beggars can't be choosers, if you are not very attractive, let's say on a scale of 1 to 10, you're like 2.
Jeez.
I'm just saying. See, look, we don't like
We're
to
created
use.
in God's image.
Yes.
A 2?
We are created in God's image.
That's
Yes.
unfair. I thought you say
We have filters.
Okay.
All right. So it can be God's image, but you use the filter.
Damn.
So you now have like the whole zombie eyes and stuff. That's not what you meant by what. I'm sure that's not what God meant. That you just look like God. Everybody looks like God because we all look different. People have broad nose, people have skin nose. So I don't think that's the idea of the image. But I think the image is like more of how we can also create things. We can also think. We can also analyze. We can also form. We can do a lot of things. We can affect a lot of things, and I think that's part of what it is. That's the image of. So so anyways,
Okay.
ID.
Talk to me.
So this is it, yeah. What is it that that aches you the most about people saying that, oh, I am the prize in my relationship? Because it sounds to me like they are saying I have all the options, you don't.
Definitely.
So what do you see with that?
Like if you don't put your SHIT together, I can leave you.
Yeah, basically that's what they're saying.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what it means.
you are the one chasing me. I have like a power dynamic basically. She's saying I am the one that makes this valuable. If I leave here, then it's nothing.
Yeah.
And it's kind of maybe an unfair thing because the guy also has his own stuff going
Okay,
on.
to be fair to the ladies, I think we also have guys who actually use this phrase. There are many fishes in the ocean.
Golden fish is the best.
Oh my god. Oh.
Like croaker.
What?
Croaker.
What?
What happened to catfish?
When people talk about who brings what to the table, who is what, who is this, that, we're all talking about value, right? What is your value versus what is my value, right?
Yeah.
So a guy who is like, you're a short guy, you're not really very funny, you don't have money, you don't have you're not really the best looking guy in the world, and you're going after a girl who is very attractive, very whatever, she looks like a whatever, and then you're interested in her, and then 10 other guys are interested in this girl, right? So everyone is coming with their value, what they have. Some have good looks, some have they're very slick with the mouth, some are very smooth with performance. They can dance, they can do this. Some can sing, some have money, some everyone has their thing. So now it's up to what she values to decide who she chooses. They all have options. I mean, she has options, they have options, but basically her options are way theirs because she's the one with the power dynamic, that power dynamic. So when we talk about being in a relationship, Joules, now I'm gonna ask you this, how do you see because now there's like we're talking the other time, you can be in a relationship where your partner is the prize, but it means you are the winner. So now it means them being the prize is not the problem. You can be the prize, I don't care, be the prize. I'm winning. I'm winning already. You fight with me, I'm winning. Joules, okay, now is it worth it to be the prize? I mean, you've been in relationships, so by now you have experience being the prize. So what has that been like for you? Will you say it gives you the like needed advantage as the prize? Like, is there an advantage to being the prize? Like, what do you want to see as the prize? Women say this thing a lot. I'm the prize and the prize. So what do you want from us now? You are the prize. Okay, we've won you. What do you expect to happen? Because
it's not all the time that a woman is the prize, though.
Of course. 90% of the time, of course.
Okay. Well, I won't say that because in this generation women do chase these days. So sometimes the men actually are the prize.
So I think it comes down to value. So what is being valued, or who is being more, like who is more valued? We talk about high value man, high value woman, all of this stuff. We're
so
going to deeper territory now.
I place a value, say on who right now, some guy, he places value on me.
Okay, understand, maybe like certain attributes or things like you see,
so it's
like
now
he's
a matter
tall,
of
he's light
who
skinned,
places
he's
more,
fresh,
okay,
who's go on.
who's placing more value on the other person, what is higher.
The Fiji speaks. Subscribe for more. I'm with you.
Okay.
These are attributes you should have.
Oh my god.
Okay. Go on.
Alright. This guy, stop doing this.
Seriously, subscribe.
Fine. Whoever places more value on the other, becomes the winner. And the other person becomes the prize.
Okay.
So it's like
because you know what you want to get, what you're looking for in that person, so you know why you're going after them, you're chasing them, you're pursuing them.
Yeah, so you can see a guy say, without you I would die. Not necessarily die, but you get my point.
But some guys literally die.
Okay.
So that means they're being honest.
Yeah.
About their life expectancy without you.
Well, I think they die because of they've been together for a long time.
Yeah, and you can't do without her.
And then they become like
some of them have not even been with the girl yet. They just die. See people that, okay, for example, now I've seen there are crazy stories of people like, you see OnlyFans, for God's sakes, Jesus Christ, I don't even understand this. You see, I mean, God help us all. You have a lot of men who are now hooked on cyber babes, right? Babes who don't know you exist, or know you exist vaguely because, well, money is getting to their account, so they know that someone obviously is paying, and they do all these videos on OnlyFans and stuff, and they create this demand and supply thing. So they supply you with pictures, videos, voice, sessions and stuff, and then you feel like, oh my god, this person is thinking about me, she's thinking about her money. Now her value is on her money, your value is on getting her attention. So she sells you the illusion of her attention for a premium. Right? And I don't know how people don't know this, but you are not the only one getting access to this attention.
That's why she's the prize.
That's why she's the prize. And she's the prize because people have agreed that she is valuable. She's attractive, she's sexy, she's seductive, she's all these things.
She knows how to wield it.
She wields it because she knows that is her power.
Mm-hmm.
And then, depending on if you're Christian, Muslim, whatever, you would be like shaitan, devil, no, because that's no.
Yeah, we get it.
There's this woman, the Scarlet Witch. She has this red dress in the Bible, really nice dress.
Run.
And then
That's what they tell you in the Bible.
Yes, run.
Mm-hmm.
Run with your
Just
speedometers.
Thank
So
you.
that was it. So ID, I don't know if you have experience with these OnlyFans babes. Because I think you have experience. Do you have experience?
Not yet.
Okay,
Not yet.
that's-
but
You said
I
not
think-
yet.
That's
Okay.
very honest. Okay.
I'm thinking like why can't I also be on the platform?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Very good
I
question.
mean, why should only women or majority of the OnlyFans account be female?
Thing
Why can't
is,
we also be there as guys? Why can't we be the prices of women? Why can't women log in to give us money?
So what exactly are you going to be selling?
okay, now this is the beautiful thing about it. Yeah.
What am I selling?
The
Okay,
beautiful thing about
interesting.
it is,
Yeah.
as much as I know that there are obviously like it's more mainstream to think there are women on OnlyFans because they are all over the place, Twitter, Facebook, whatever, advertising, Instagram, basically. And I feel like all the social media platforms have become a space for people to advertise. This is what I've got.
Yeah.
So come after me. They're basically saying, I am value. Chase me.
Mm-hmm.
Try to get me, try to win me, try to this. So I feel like that traditional instinct in the man, this hunter man, is now is like woken up to say, okay, I have to chase this woman because she's giving me vibes of, oh, I like this, I like this, oh, that I like that, and then he wants to go after her, chase her. He's using his money, using his time, he's working on it to travel to Toronto for whatever reason and just go look for this person. Vaguely specific. I don't know as vaguely as specific
You
as
said
that.
Toronto.
Yes, I don't know anybody in Toronto. I don't. I
It's
just said it
cool.
because it just felt like the right thing to
Okay
say.
to also have
I
an
don't
OnlyFans
have
account.
anybody that I'm following. Jesus. All right.
Really? Cute face 699.
I'm not saving
God.
anybody in this one.
Jesus. Wow. So this same, when I look at the OnlyFans model and I look at what we have in everyday life, basically, it's the same thing. People have Instagram accounts, whatever account they have, social media, or in their offices, whatever, how they dress. The people are trying to put this idea out there that, hey, I have something you want.
Yeah.
Chase me if you want it. So the guys too, the guys that are obviously grooming themselves, good looking, abs, everything. They post all kind of thirst traps and everything, and then we are all creating this chase. There's this constant chase. People are chasing the men are chasing the women. Everybody's losing their brains, losing their minds. Everybody's just no in the brain. So now when we get to relationships, yeah, the guy traditionally is supposed to chase the woman. Sometimes the woman chases the man. To me, it doesn't really matter. You have a winner, you have a prize, right? But then what happens now, I'm curious to know, is when you are the prize and you've been won. Okay, now I'm the prize. Okay, someone has won you. What will make that relationship balance? Is it that you continue being the prize? Because the moment the other person realizes, hey, I'm also valuable as well,
Okay.
then the power dynamic changes or it becomes weird. What do you think about that?
So this is the thing. There are two different approaches to being the prize.
Okay.
For some ladies, when they think of themselves as the prize, they think of just their maybe physical attributes and maybe cooking clean,
Okay.
They know that, okay, once you marry me, I'm going to feed you, I'm going to clean your house, I'm going to look pretty.
Okay. So basically, trophy wife. stuff.
Trophy. Yeah,
okay.
basically. For some other lady.
Trophy wife, do they really cook?
No, they don't.
Okay,
Okay,
true.
I
there's
was
some of
wondering, they
them.
don't really cook.
Oh, yeah, true. Actually, there's some of
Yeah.
those. Okay, yeah.
Like, as a Nigerian man, like hardcore Nigerian man, you wouldn't marry Kim Kardashian. If you are serious about your health, you won't marry Kim Kardashian. You marry someone that can give you proper pounded jam with egusi, with side by side mama that has all those little,
And you help her in
investments.
the kitchen, of course.
And you help her.
Good.
Obviously.
Good.
You have to
I
help
needed
her.
to add that
No,
part.
it's good.
Yeah.
We have to do that. Balance things in the world to make sure the food is tasty.
Okay, the men have given their quota.
But don't help
Ladies-
too much, or else the food will burn. If you are wise,
Okay.
if you are wiser than that, you will understand. No, it's true. You cannot help, and you start confusing. She'll be like, "Why did you touch that pot? You don't realize that before it's burning, and everything is just in flames, and it's terrible."
Oh well. Uh,
You wouldn't want to marry a gold digger. Neither would you want to marry a trophy wife. But those two categories of people, they consider themselves as prices.
exactly.
So basically, you are a prize to the market,
Yeah.
to the people looking for you. You are the
Mm.
prize.
Yeah.
You are valuable to them.
But they don't think beyond once
Which-
they get out
yeah.
of the market.
So-
You know, I was talking about the married man I was talking
Yeah.
to, and he said something. He said there is a character to when you are in the market, and there's a character to when you are purchased.
Depth.
Okay, so just for the sake of the era we are in,
Mhm.
let's not use purchase. Let's use like one. You get since we're talking about price, so let's go to one.
I'm just trying to say, like, you go to
win
market
you
to
over.
purchase something, but then, okay, back to
just
women.
so that we don't
Yeah, okay, we're not
evoke the
object
wrath of the
of
yeah
feminists.
yeah we don't.
Ladies, don't worry, we are not being purchased.
We
I'm
love
just
all
saying, but then
women.
we've been
No,
one.
not all, but generally we have love for people
Yes.
in the world.
So that's the thing. For some ladies, after thinking about themselves as the prize, they don't think beyond that. They don't
Yeah, so
think-
you just I'm the price. You just come and sit down
They don't-
and be like,
exactly.
oh, what are you doing? I'm the price. So
they don't
does that
think-
mean?
Yeah. So what are you supposed to offer
what are you supposed to do?
this guy as the prize?
Yeah.
A hunter goes to the forest and he's going to hunt goat. No, I don't know. Chase a goat
What
or
forest
a
do you go
deer.
So-
Wild goats.
Okay, that could be something. Wild goats,
Yeah, wild goats.
Those ones that climb dams and stuff.
Yeah.
Those goats are really.
I'm sure, and I'm sure their flavor is different from the normal goat.
I never thought about it, but whoever cooks that wild goat that climbs like dams and stuff, let me know.
Yeah.
Just send an
They're
address.
wild goats.
Physics Speaks will do a review.
And
of
those
that
goats
goat's
are really
meat.
stubborn. Trust me.
We are not vegetarian. Trust me. We will find out about this and get back to you guys as soon as possible. Physics Speaks. You heard it here first. Subscribe. All right.
So I'm thinking, this wild goat right now in the forest is the prize for this hunter. You know, and he puts in the work, sets a trap, times his goats, you know, sets his gun, you know, targets everything until he gets this goat, right? Now, what is this goat supposed to offer him?
Tasty.
He'll have to be tasty
Have
enough.
to be soft.
Or okay, he's going to cook you, so definitely you will become
Have
soft.
you noticed on me that you cook like this? You get very akagon meat, very wicked meat like this. You
Cook
be
it too much.
cooking it till you be strong, getting stronger. Like what kind of metal meat is this?
It's meat, not beans.
Oh, God. Better get solid.
Oh
Let
my
me go
God.
pick goat with the best for you. Like what's up now? Man.
But think about it. Even
Jesus.
someone who goes to the market, you buy chicken,
Mhm.
you know, and you cook it and it doesn't have taste inside. You get pissed off.
How did you season it? You marinate it well. What happened?
No, haven't you seen that people prefer to buy layers than buy
No, obviously.
Those who are in the
Oh yeah,
kitchen.
okay. That's true.
because
That's true.
you buy
Broilers.
the broiler, it's a
Yeah, it's not.
bit-
It's tougher.
Yeah,
It's
and it
more
doesn't really have so much
annoying.
taste.
Yeah. Basically,
The
that's
layers have
the
this
same reason
flavor
why
to them.
men we go after them. Yeah, go on.
Dude, don't do that.
I didn't do anything. I didn't say what did I go on. I didn't.
Okay,
Oh my God.
but I
Wow.
got it too.
I didn't say anything.
Alright.
What it is, you know. If you want your life to be soft, be straight. That's what I'm gonna say. It's just that I don't know. I don't know what else to say. about
Okay,
it.
but what I'm saying is that
Mhm.
these layers offer more value than the broilers.
Yeah.
Of course.
I'm not attributing ladies to be chickens. No, we're not. I'm a lady.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
God
I'm
you are
just-
the one saying this because me, you would have burnt down my podcast. From the website, like justify is roasted.
But there has to be
Wow.
value. So that brings me to the second approach, you know, and that's becoming a high value woman. But not just the woman, even the man too, becoming high value. You have to that kind of person now thinks beyond just being out there. She thinks beyond being in the chase. And you think about what happens after. You know, people tend to go for the layers because, you know, the flavor is, you know, much better.
Okay.
What it begs to point out is that there's more to being the prize than just being pretty.
Okay.
Two of you are chickens. Or, sorry,
Wow.
back to women.
Wow.
Two of you are
Okay.
women. You know, what
Wait.
makes you more valuable than the next?
Okay.
Yes, I know that, of course. There's something about a man just seeing a woman, a particular woman, and it's like, is this one or no one else? Yeah, I know that happens, of course. But beyond that, what next? That's where the issue of the man did not stay, dating. He walks away, and he comes close and he's like, nah, this is not what I came for.
So, sorry to cut you if I do.
No, it's okay.
I think another thing is that being the prize, right? Before we answer the question is of are you the prize? Being the prize means that there is a particular value that's associated with you that you have to live up to,
Yeah.
probably constantly.
Yeah, actually.
Because let's say, for example, if your beauty is what got the guy in the first place, then you would have to maintain that wow factor
for as long as
for
you live.
as long.
That's hard.
It's hard. So it feels like being the prize is work.
It is. But that's why I said there are two approaches to it.
Yeah.
One just feels like, okay, once I've been won, that's all. The other one realizes that there's more to this than just, being won.
Okay.
That even after winning, I have to stay won.
Okay.
I have to remain there. I have to keep this guy. Or the other way around, even if it's the guy that was the prize. Because I've seen relationships where the lady gets bored because the guy is no longer doing the things that he used to.
Or he's okay. Another thing is he could probably be doing the same things he used to do, but she has grown
beyond that.
Beyond the point where you juggling your boobs is fantastic. Maybe at some point in time she was mesmerized by the fact that I could juggle his chest, and she's like, oh my god, oh wow, I want to just put my head on his chest, and he just does the whole bread thing, and I feel great. Right?
Yeah.
ID, stop looking at yourself. Stop doing that. All right. So so yeah. So I feel like it's possible that she gets to a point now where she is changed from where she was when she met that guy, and oh my god, this guy's his money, his social status, all of that stuff. Because the thing is, if even okay, let's put it like this: all around, somebody is like a 5, very average lifestyle, average income, average everything, average attractiveness, and then she, for some reason, gets the attention of someone who is say a 7 or an 8.
Okay. Yeah.
So now, after some time rolling with this guy who is a 7 or an 8, she starts to feel I have the value to roll with someone who's 7 or an 8, so I might as well be a 7 or an 8.
And so she steps up again.
She steps not just her game, her expectations. She sees herself, her self-image reflects how she feels she's now worth.
Yeah.
So she's now worth more in her own eyes. So to her, I am the prize. I deserve to be flown out of the country. This is that because one guy did it one time. You don't know why he did it. Maybe he was like, this guy is cold, yo. Maybe, maybe she no jump ball, maybe she no enter balls, you understand? Let me give her a lift. It's raining. Give her a lift. Now she's like, oh my god, this guy stopped his Benza to pick me up. Everybody with a Benza should pick me up. Do you get what I mean? It's a very simple logic thing. Maybe I'm not getting the right analogy, but she starts to feel like I deserve someone with a Venza to pick me up, right? Yeah. And the reality is, you don't deserve nothing. He just saw you, and I don't want you to die of cold. It's raining, and you look like you're about to die. If I drive past you fast enough, water splashes on you, you might have arrhythmia and die. So I need to help you because of Jesus, right? Or God or something, right?
Okay, so the thing boils down to the definition of who is a high value person.
Okay.
Not just the woman.
Of course.
Like, okay, so if you were going to look at a woman and say this one is
a high value woman,
what would you
be honest? ID. Be honest. Don't lie to us.
Sorry, we set you up.
Yeah.
No. It's good. It's cool. Someone who is high value is someone who has placed like as taking her time or his time to work on himself.
No, that's a simple question.
Your definition.
Your own definition of a high value woman. No, when you go to corners.
No.
What is your high value woman? What does she look like?
You can't give us all the secrets, but then
just give us some tips so that people that are interested in you can pretend. Let's go.
right. So
Let's do this.
my definition of a high valued woman would be someone, like I said, who has taken her time to work on herself
Yeah.
Okay.
and has like a very wonderful goal that she's working towards and doesn't
Okay.
see her current status as the end. That
Okay.
there's more to this. There's more
Mhm.
to what I am now. There's more to what I've
Okay.
become so far,
Okay.
and you are willing to work towards it. That's a high value person for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure the definition should still be the same for you, Salim.
What are you trying to do? This is my
Set you
podcast.
up.
What's the meaning of this? So let's move on to Jules. Jules, what are you why are you trying to say that time? So let me ask you a question now. For you, a high value man is what? Is who?
Okay. He knows what he's about.
Okay, all of you are just knowing people. Just want someone that knows this. Alright, let's go.
He has to know what he's about.
Yeah.
You can't be
that's
confused
true. That's
around
true.
me.
To
Because
thyself be
all of
true.
us will just be confused together.
Okay.
How can you lead me if we are confused? No.
Okay.
My God.
We
Okay.
won't be turning around in circles. No. But he has to know what he's about. And he has to be willing to keep going. Because now, in this particular case, it's because I know the kind of person I am. And I know that I will not stay in one place. I will keep going.
Uh-huh.
The person I am last year, so the person. In fact, I don't think I'm the person I was 2 weeks ago.
You're not. Trust me. I've seen your hair has changed
Oh God.
Definitely.
so drastically. And
Definitely.
we are all in
He
awe.
has,
We are all
Okay.
surprised.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank
So,
you.
yeah,
Thank
definitely.
you.
You're welcome.
All right, back to the podcast. So knowing myself, I know that I will not stay with the guy that is static. It will be too hard.
Yeah.
Because after a while, I'm gonna be like, dude, shake your body small. Now, what's going on?
Okay, so I that's actually beautiful. I think what you just said is really beautiful because we are always changing.
Yeah.
And okay, so like some people, high value man is basically someone that makes 27 figures, a month,
Yeah. Different definitions.
whatever, right? Some people say, okay, it's someone.
27.
Yeah, I'm just saying because women now they surprise guys. Go, you just be like, what do you want in a man? He has to make like 8 figures a month. He has to fly around the globe like twice a year. I'm like, what the hell? Why are you finding this guy? What is he?
Funny enough, some of them actually get the guy.
No, some of them will get the guy, but I mean, now the question is, okay, what is? Oh my God! Look, he's the price.
In that
Yes.
case, yeah.
That's the thing. You're not the price. You tell him I'm the price. No, he's the price. You are the one chasing him. He doesn't need you. If he's traveling the world 7, he doesn't need you, nigga. What? Are you a 10? There's no. In my own book, my own rating scheme, 10s are like it's impossible,
No.
right? Because they don't really exist. There's no perfection,
10
right?
can be.
It can't really exist. I mean, Jessica Alba, Megan Good, all these people 8 at best. 8, 9. You know?
9? No, stop it.
No, 8. We just go with 8.
Yeah,
9 is like you
Beyonce.
almost see Jesus. And it's really difficult,
Those
right?
Like Beyonce.
Not like Beyonce is not. What are you doing? Let me not do that. I don't want to talk. But Beyonce people just come and start harassing me. They just will be doing to have
It's your
respect.
podcast.
They don't have respect. But what I'm going to say is this: they are definitely everyone has their taste. I mean, I just feel like another person could have been in Beyonce's shoes and just had the same glow up, the same vibe. And it's more of her energy
Mm-hmm.
that makes her shine the way she does. It's not just her looks.
Yeah.
So if it was just her looks, she wouldn't be that highly rated. I mean, she's pretty. She's a beautiful woman, but it's not just the looks.
Mm-hmm.
She has energy. She has this warmth. If you've seen her speak to people, she has this whole grace,
Yeah.
thing.
About her.
So that's Beyonce. I'm not talking about Beyonce. I don't really disturb myself about it. But personally, if I'm going to take it, this person is a high value woman.
Mhm.
My view of a high value man has changed over time, and I feel like it's still evolving.
Yeah.
What do I value? What you see in someone and say this is my high value person is based on what you value in the first place.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that you didn't start your conversation with he has to be rich, he has to be this, it just tells me that you are not focused on poverty eradication in your family or something. You have decided like I have other things I'm looking for, because there are people that if you have this conversation with them, the first thing is going to be he has to be living in like a mansion, You have to be driving like latest Lexus, even though you don't know what that latest Lexus looks like, or you don't even know anything about things. You just want to. He has to drive G-Wagon. Oh my God, he has to have 6-pack abs, and at the same time, he has to also work like 7 jobs and also be like volunteering with WHO
I
to
still
help
have all the
kids,
time for
and
you.
still have all the time for me, but also, take care of my
Man,
mom.
that guy is
Come
worse
on,
than
even
Superman.
Jesus go just be like, bro, what's up now? You're stressing me, Jesus, no offense. But like, what I mean, yeah. So we all have high values people, and it's based off of what we want, what we see, what we value first and foremost.
Yeah.
So our prizes are based off of things that we would chase.
Mhm.
So what I would chase, as much as there are a lot of wonderful metrics, oh my God, a beautiful woman, Miss World, this and that, don't really care. She can speak French, I don't. So my perspective of a high value woman would be someone who is in touch with her inner self,
Yeah.
someone who is in touch with, who has a sense of empathy, who is appreciative, you know, who is homely, someone who has a sense for God. Because when I say sense for God, I don't mean religious. I don't really care if you go to church every day. It's not my. I don't really care between you and Jesus. I don't give a shit. If you pray 17 times a day, I don't care. It's not my problem. What's important is, do you have a sense for God and the things of God? Like, are you the kind of person that will act in kindness, someone who cannot do anything for you just because God will want me to act like this? That kind of person, I feel like I value this kind of stuff in the person. Kindness, sincerity, goofiness, be fun, don't be a boring person. Someone who likes to learn, interesting stuff like that. Those things keep me interested because I can get bored very, very fast.
Men
Okay.
that view women as the prize, or
Mhm.
women that view men as the prize,
Mhm.
they do everything they can to get it,
Yeah.
to get that the prize, and then
Mhm.
eventually they get it. So do, for example, well, life is not like, black and white. Things change.
Mhm.
If for any reason something happens to the person that got the prize, should the prize still remain with that person?
Wow, that's
That's
actually
actually very
deeper
deep.
than you just said it, because even the prize is looking for value
Mhm.
for
So
being the prize.
yeah, in fact, I actually wanted to get to this point. As you started
Wow.
asking a question,
Okay.
Heidi,
something
what did
came
you
to my
smoke just
mind.
now?
Yeah,
Jesus.
he smoked some
Inhaled my
pots of
That's
thoughts.
whiskey.
pretty
What?
deep.
No, no, just come on. Okay, but I actually feel like in the end,
Mm.
both of you should be the prize.
Okay. This is some woke shit. Let's do this.
Okay, I'm not talking of the two of you,
Okay.
No,
man.
no, no, no. What? Heidi, stay away from me. Crazy man.
Slay.
Sick.
I'm talking about in a
Oh god.
relationship.
Yeah,
As
definitely.
much as the woman feels like she's the prize, the man is also worth being the prize.
Heidi, why do you have to make it like that? It makes you sound sad. I went to the men's side. You're like,
No,
it's
because
also worth
it's
being.
sad.
Just
It's
say what the
sad.
price too.
It's
That's all.
it's sad that you guys have
Jesus,
been
sorry.
relegated to the background most of the time.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You guys have been relegated to the background most of the time.
The
So
ones
it's
Mm,
who
really
chase.
sad. I think that's what happened to my voice at that point.
mm,
Okay, but this is the thing. So if the two of you place value on yourselves,
mm,
you find out that you want to keep winning this person
Mhm.
constantly, even after you have supposedly won them.
All the days of your
beautiful.
life.
Do you get? So you keep winning them, you keep trying to keep them
Okay.
and the other person too is
Mm.
looking at you as I value this person as well, so I'm going to keep winning them as well.
So I'm getting like it's a forever chase that shouldn't feel like a forever chase.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
it shouldn't feel like a chase that you have to keep trying to validate, you have to keep trying to
Mm-mm.
prove something to them.
No.
No. But it just feels like you keep trying to let them know you are valuable to me.
Yeah,
That's a different conversation. But like,
exactly.
don't keep chasing them. Like,
No,
you
no, no,
you
no.
married her, maybe you have to do all these things to get to marry her or get her in your life, and now you have to keep acting film every day.
Chinese.
Yeah,
You
no real
know,
with
you
yourself.
are holding your tummy in every
Indian
day to
food.
look fit every single day. You go to
Mm-mm.
bed, she's sleeping next to you, you're holding your breath a particular kind of way throughout your night sleep
Can't
because you don't
sleep
want your
well.
tummy to just come out. Then she sees that you're actually fat, so you have to keep doing that every day.
No.
That's not cool. And some people as well, you are always on makeup when you're with your guy.
Why would you do that? How can you sleep well?
No,
Oh,
some
no,
people
no.
that's what they do.
I know a particular girl that once
They've
she
never
wakes up,
been without makeup
exactly,
On
with
the
the
bed
guy.
at night.
only
You never see Batman. I don't know what's
once she
going on.
wakes up, the
Uh-huh.
first thing she does is
She wakes
to
up before him
have a bath and
every
put
day.
on the makeup.
Every day she can.
And
No.
she sleeps after him.
I've seen a story like this where
At-
for a long time
Mm.
she was waking up really early to just do some kind of
Touch up on
freshen
her
up
face. Yeah.
before he wakes up.
Okay.
So he wakes up to that face.
She wakes up
that
to
he
that
knows.
face that he knows. Because he wakes up one day and sees her like, Jesus, what? My wife, where's my wife? Jesus.
Cast and
Oh, but
bind.
That's a
Jesus,
lot of
Papa
work.
Jesus. And he's praying and all that, shabaking and everything.
Yeah,
And
but
she's
we
there.
have to give her points for consistency.
Yeah, I don't know if you've watched
But
American Dad.
She needs help.
Okay, so there's this thing where Francine is talking about how she has a morning routine.
Mhm.
Once her husband leaves the house, she jogs, she does push-ups, she does so many things. She stretches, as in, she does things to her body to just remain fit
Hmm.
for her man. So her man sees that, but like every time she gets up in the morning, she's like, I have to get to work because if not, I'm going to lose this body and probably lose my husband. And then sometimes, I think later on, he finds out that she's doing all that, and he's like, I love you the way you are. Like, I know you have some flaps sometimes. It's okay. You don't have to be wearing tummy trimmer every day inside your dress so that you can look nice. Just relax. Doesn't mean she turned to a torpedo, but
Exactly.
I mean, still.
Don't be like Peter Griffin.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't be that. Mm-mm. You could be Peter Griffin with someone. If that person is into that, then that's good for you. But still,
That's a
Jesus
lot of
Christ,
heaven
that's a lot of heaven
on
for
earth.
on earth for him to do by himself. He needs help.
Yeah.
He needs equipment.
Okay, well, in the end, like we have all pointed out, I
Mhm.
feel like it's, like I talked about, being in the market and then being won instead of purchased. Thank you. After you've been won, what happens?
Yeah, what happens?
What happens next? Do you still stay the price or,
Yeah, you wanted to pay the price. Now they got you. So what
so
now?
what now? So
Well,
some ladies,
okay.
have been pretty, been sitting looking pretty, and then all of a sudden you've been won, and then you just feel like, okay, I've been won.
And then
No
you
need to stress
no need
myself
to say
again.
myself, and then you just become Chewbacca's uncle.
And man's like, that's not what I
why?
came for.
Why are you looking like this?
Same thing with the guy. So maybe
But I think it's
I'm
kind
trying
of
to come to
sad.
that scenario. I think
It's kind of sad.
I've seen that scenario play out where the lady, is with this guy because he knows what he's about, he's doing his thing, and then all of a sudden you get the girl, but then you just slack.
Yeah.
You sit down.
That's where
Yeah,
the
like
issue is, the slacking.
you just sit down, and she's looking at you like, okay.
Do more.
She's trying not to push you too much because she looks like she's pushy, and then it's really sad.
Okay, because it's possible that she might get into that relationship with you, and then she's like, I don't recognize you
Anymore.
You're not
That
giving me
prize
the energy.
I got.
That's another thing I even didn't talk about before. One that's like high value for me is energy. But like you're not giving the same energy that you used to have. So now you're just like S22 light.
Ouch.
You're like GTA 5 but GTA 3 plus 2. Or you're like
Okay, thank you.
The
Before
point
you
has
finish
been.
them,
Yeah, sorry.
I'm sure they got the
Sorry
point.
about that.
Ow.
Sorry about that. My
Please
bad.
leave GT out of it.
Yes.
Thank you very
But
much.
actually GTA 3 was quite okay. Not so bad.
San Andreas?
Yeah, I was wrong. No, I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ivy, what kind of words would you like to give someone out there?
GTA 3 was Liberty
Oh
City
my
now.
God, this guy.
Sorry.
Sorry, we love video games.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
GTA 5.
And I will encourage you guys right now
To play video games. Get you a girl.
Yes,
That
another
loves
thing.
video games too.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus. High value
had
babe.
to.
This
had to
babe
come
is the.
there.
Do you know that a babe that plays video games cannot be bad to you? Because you literally learn life skills. You
Damn.
learn how to be
Damn.
kind, learn teamwork,
Don't you
learn
learn how to be
coordination.
kind?
Yeah.
Yes.
The one that's playing.
When she
No,
when she
no.
whoops your ass
She
in
will learn.
FIFA.
No. There's kindness and there's kindness. It's not the same thing, though.
Are
When
you
they beat you
scared?
7-0,
Is my point.
it's not
But why
kindness
would you
again.
not score one?
I don't know. Huh. Maybe we told that.
Manchester
Maybe
United.
we told that if you. Oh, moment of silence for people in
True
Manchester.
though, yeah.
LP.
It's
The
a
loss
lot.
was a lot.
It's not easy. You know, if you're a Manchester United fan, listen to this episode. Please subscribe and there'll
Be
be more
comforted.
content for you.
Be comforted that you will not walk alone. I mean,
Wow,
this is the
wow,
first time in history, so
man.
I
you
mean,
did not walk alone.
the usual burial height is 6 inches. That was 7 inches, man.
Mm.
I think you meant feet.
Seven, sorry.
Jesus,
Shit. Jesus, I said inches.
Jesus.
My mind was on inches.
It's
Why was
okay.
I
It's
on
Why is
okay.
your
inches?
You're
mind?
on inches.
Why was I on
Oh
inches?
my
Why am
God.
I thinking inches?
It's
Oh, I think I know
cool.
why I'm thinking inches, but okay, it's going to remain in my head. Thank you.
Did you just feel the Pentium booting?
Wow. First of all, your RAM. You need to change your RAM sticks. Get like 8 gig or something because you're running on 4 gig right now. It's not nice. So wow, that's not what.
Okay, so I'm thinking now.
Okay.
Yeah. So the prize after you've
Mhm.
been won, what are you expected to do?
Okay, that's
I
another one.
feel you should. Yes, you saw yourself as the prize, but
Mhm.
now see the other person as the prize.
Or what if you just see not just the other person, but your relationship as the
As a
Mm-hmm.
prize?
prize.
Do you
Mm.
get? Because now you
It
have he has value, she has value, but the value only makes sense when you guys are together. If you guys are able to key the value like
Mm.
Mhm.
things together. So, for example, she cooks, she cleans, she this or that. She might not be great at school stuff. She might not be good, and she might not get like a job that pays so much,
Mhm.
but she's able to bring her value to the system. He goes out, he works, blah blah blah. Or it might be the other way around. He might be the one cooking, cleaning, she's the one going to work, whatever. Or they could both be working and doing their best and just trying to make ends meet in a society where inanimate objects can be let's
Use
not
as
go in
substitutes.
for the leaders.
Mhm.
So yeah. So if that is the situation and you decide that I'm not going to focus on him being the prize, as in I have to serve him, I have to serve us because we're a team now. Yeah, we're a
Mhm.
team now. So me bringing my value is not just to serve him, but it's also to serve me. Because if I can serve us, then both of us get something at the end of the day that is valuable to us, which is what we have together. So if it's a family thing, then you don't look at it as, oh, well, he's the one making the money, he's the one this and that. So the power dynamic goes from feeling like he has all the power and I have nothing to like I'm actually just we're actually sharing this thing
Exactly.
so that what is important, which is us, survives. I don't know if I'm making sense.
The
Yeah, you
union
are.
and the
Yeah,
relationship
the
survives.
union survives, the union thrives, it grows, it blossoms, all of these things because none of you is focused on being the prize. Like, oh, I'm the prize, so entitlement, treat me like this. No,
Mm.
I'm not trying to take, this, but like, you are the prize to me, I'm the
I'm the
prize
prize
to
to you,
her,
yeah.
and then we just focus on, I want us
To be the
to
prize.
be the prize. Let it be
Yeah.
that at the end
Not
of the
just
day,
me
what we
alone.
win is that we are together.
Oh.
Not just that you
That's sweet.
win your thing, I win my thing, whatever. I help you achieve your goal. I help you get a promotion at work because obviously you don't realize it, but getting home to a good conversation every day can do a lot for your health. Can do a lot for your mental preparedness. A little pep talk from your partner could help you go on to win an award. You
Mm.
know, these things happen. The men, the women, everyone is basically
Yeah,
what happened?
It's
his
from
sound is so wise.
experience.
No, it's
Exactly.
not
You got my
experience.
point.
Oh God, I'm not.
You
Oh
beat me
God,
to
I'm
it.
not. See, which experience? I'm not married.
His
You guys
sound
should
is
relax.
so.
No, 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 no. I'm just
Mm.
saying. I'm just saying. Like this is how I think we should really see things. And I feel like if you have a relationship like that, then you're really winning in life because you go home after facing the world and everything, and you have someone who is not just thinking, well, I'm going to treat you like this because of this. I'm thinking like this because of us. Because if you're
Mm.
good, then we're good.
Yeah.
If you're good, then I can ask you of something that I need. Not just because I'm trying to manipulate you or trying to be entitled, all those weird things that we do or being narcissistic, whatever. I'm
Mm.
doing it because you win, I win. We win,
We're
done.
together.
That's it. So the prize I think should be the relationship.
Okay. I did you think that too?
I totally agree.
Well, I thought you were going
Just
to
won
object.
everybody over.
Oh no
That's
no no!
that's
I mean, after like listening, I just felt, oof,
Yeah,
that's a
that's a
radical shift in
very
my
different
head.
mindset.
wow.
Yeah, like instead of treating the other person as a prize, why don't you treat
The
the
relationship
relationship
us.
as
Yeah, I
the
think
prize?
Right.
And with
it's
the
something that is.
the drive you used to mention it, all I could just like picture him at some Bahamas, walking down the beach with some background music.
Yeah, definitely. We're
Yeah.
working on that. We have to.
The best, safest, most genuine, most fulfilling way
Mhm.
is always about improving
Yeah, improving
yourself
yourself.
and being a high value
You
person.
be high
It's
value
just
you.
safer. There's no need to
Yeah.
manipulate.
And I feel
Just
like
be
just
just.
understand that high value, it can be a stereotypical like this is high
No, no,
value.
no, no,
You
no.
have to be this, you have to be that. But I think that there are some things that are common across the board, which is number one, you should have a mindfulness of yourself. You should have an idea of where you're going. If you're a man, you want to lead. Don't just say you want to lead. You have to know where you're leading people to. So you have to have conviction. You have to have direction.
Mhm.
You can't ask a woman to follow you if you're not going to have sense. So
Yeah,
one
and
of
if
those
you're a
things.
woman, you should also know exactly the kind of man you meet to help. Don't just wake up and want to, you're chasing the intellectual because he's handsome, he's fine, he's attractive. There is, there is actually the type that you can match.
Mhm.
If you want to be a trophy queen, find a man
Yeah,
Who
because
treats
who
you as
because
wants a
such?
because
trophy
yeah,
queen. Don't
because
look
I
for
feel
the
like I
one
feel
that.
like there's a lot of hate on the social media space and everything for women who want men who have 7 million figures and all this. Personally, maybe I'm one of them. You know, I just see them as look. Everyone has their value.
Exactly. So
It's what they need. They're just telling you this is what I want. This without this I cannot function. I need someone who can take care of me. This and that because all my life I've only known suffering and poverty and I've never eaten a like proper
and
meal in my life. So I need someone that will always take me to Mr. Biggs or all these places and give me food.
trust
I'm
me, I
hungry.
don't feel like there's anything. No,
People can just be
okay.
like, I'm hungry
All right, okay, okay, okay. Don't make
in
it
my
sound
house.
that bad. I don't think it's that bad. But
Eh,
I feel
hey,
like
hey,
if
shebelelele.
thank you,
If you know how many people are just going on dates just to
just to
eat,
eat. I know.
Ah,
And
you'll be shocked.
yeah.
People are going out looking for a wife, and you just want to ask these places. Let me go to that place. Come here, and they just want to eat. She just go there, and move her belt, and then she starts eating. God damn
Oh,
it! Oh
jeez.
my
Takes us back to university days. Huh?
guy,
ouch.
guy, you know that
Okay.
experience.
Yo.
Don't worry.
Okay, okay.
Let's not go
All
there.
right, thank you for, firing shots, all right?
No, it's
No,
not.
no, no,
No, no,
no.
no, no, no.
It's all good. Ladies, please ignore the students in that case.
Stop
I'm
doing what
sure
you
that
are
most of the
doing.
ladies who are
God
listening
will
to us
judge
are
you.
great ladies, okay?
Yes.
If
Definitely.
Oh,
you
no, no,
want,
no. Seriously, for real. I feel like any woman who's listening to my podcast is amazing.
Shit.
Men too, we have problem. You want a woman who is this, who is that, and then you have absolutely nothing to offer this woman. You don't have a
yeah, come on
Case
direction.
now.
case.
You
You
don't have
have to.
anything. Like if even it's not just about having money. You don't have a personality. You don't have any kind of all you have is your money. If you use money to entice a woman or
You
to
use
pursue
money
somebody,
to keep
you
her.
will use money to keep her. And the thing is, you
It's
can
hard
never
work.
have enough money.
Mm-mm.
You can
Mm-mm.
never have enough money. You
Mm-mm.
have to have something else. You have to have game. You have to be interesting. You have to have something about you that's interesting.
Or
You
just
know,
own a podcast.
you could just have a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's not,
Subscribe.
subscribe to this podcast. You're welcome. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Okay, I am sure that we've actually made, hit our points. Whatever it is that you are, just know that, okay, in the end, after paying the price, first and foremost, make sure you work on yourself. You know, if this is what you have to offer, work on that thing. Be the best at it,
Uh-huh.
you know,
Uh-huh.
whatever it is that you have to offer. But just also know that, like Salim has said to us, when you get, or when you are won, or when you win the prize, whichever one it is, please, look at your relationship now as the prize.
Just avoid mind games, avoid manipulative tactics, avoid trying to keep this power dynamic and all these things,
Yeah,
and
there's
just
no need
focus on doing what you need to do
mm,
to ensure the survival of
of the
your
relationship.
relationship. That is the prize. Your prize is your marriage. That is the prize. Your prize is your kids. That is the prize. The prize is a product of your efforts.
Yeah,
So
a
if
happy
that's your
home.
kids, if that's a project you guys have together, if that's a life mission, if that's a vision you guys share, then that is the prize. It's bigger than you or him or her or she, whatever. It's
Yeah,
just about that prize.
two of you
So
together.
yeah, you guys figuring it out. Yeah. So you're supposed to round up. What's wrong with you? Why you
No,
can't?
we're good. I just
Okay.
did, and you took it up from me.
Are you serious? Okay. So I do you have anything else to say?
So you're listening to the Fizzy Speaks.
Jesus. Okay, let's just do this. Okay. So okay, yeah. So that has been it on the Fizzy Speaks. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate you guys. Joules with Joules and ID doing amazing on the podcast. We had to overcome a lot of things to make this podcast happen. It's been like after work hours. It's crazy recording situation. A lot of noise, a lot of rain, a lot of things that have happened, and somehow we've survived to make this episode happen. So thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. I really love you guys. You guys are my G's. Yeah, she doesn't like that, but because thinks I'm quite a nice guy. But yeah, you guys are my people.
Jeez, for girls.
Yeah, she don't know why feminist. So yeah, so thank you so much for listening to the podcast. Till the next one, stay cool, stay blessed, stay amazing. Peace.